Baddies USA episode 14 titled Cabinet Meeting. I like when they have the titles like presidential themed, but they haven't been doing it on every single episode, so it's just like random. So the episode starts off literally in the middle of the chaos of Big Lex versus Summer. I mean, that's not even really accurate to say. I should really say Big Lex whooping Summer's because there ain't no verses happening. Like literally everybody's just standing there in shock. They're all like, oh my god, Summer, just be quiet. Like Tasiki said, I think something is mentally wrong with her because she won't stop talking. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So they show Summer, her face is all bloodied up and the girl won't stop talking. Oh my gosh. Like, I think if you look at the Guinness Book World Records of like who talks the most, you will see Summer's face right there. There's no way. Like, even with her face beaten up like that, this girl is still managing to talk shit. Big Lex is still fuming. Like, those 4 rounds were not enough. She literally sees Summer getting her face wiped off and she runs over there and she starts beating her ass again. She kicked her and then she got her on the floor. It was boom, 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 boom. I see security still kind of like giving them a few seconds to fight. And I'm like, what the are y'all doing at this point? Like, she beat Summer's ass 4 times already. This should not have been no let's allow them to fight for a few seconds moment. Like, no, they should have grabbed Big Lex immediately when they seen her charging. It's crazy, especially because Summer's face is already bloodied. This is the same girl that last season on Baddies Africa, she had like her whole mouth rearranged, okay? Like, she has injuries from last season. So like, what are we doing? I feel like this went just way too far. At the end of the day, Big Lex, she didn't have to keep going. Like, she got her and she got her good. It's crazy of all people to step in. Guess who was the first person? Tavy Baby. I'm looking at Tavy Baby like in a new way. I'm not gonna lie, because even in the last episode, I noticed Tavy Baby ran up to the car, you know, when that dude was talking. She ran up to the car. I know she also had beef with Tommy, so there was kind of like a mutual, you know, like the enemy of my enemy is my friend type shit. But still, like, I'm pretty impressed that she stepped up in this moment and she was like, all right, Lex, that's it. That's enough. That's enough. These girls are not cool. They're not friends. And actually, it makes me have some respect for Tavy Baby. So when Summer comes up out of that fight, her face is just like, it literally looks like someone just took red paint and just boom, slapped it across half of her face. That's how much this girl is bleeding. It's crazy. She's literally like, she's mad. She ate that pussy. Like, she literally keeps saying it over and over, despite everybody trying to tell her stop saying it. Big Lex is pretty adamant. She keeps saying, if you're gonna tell it, tell the full truth. Don't tell it half truth. Big Lex keeps saying she never did anything to Summer. Big Lex never did any eating. Okay. She never ate any type of appetizer, gourmet meal, dinner, breakfast, snack, nothing. Summer was the one that did it. And Big Lex also clarifies that's not the reason why she beat Summer's ass. The reason why she beat Summer's ass is because she tried to put her people to get Big Lex in Detroit. And literally, she said this many times already. She literally said it in Detroit. She said it in confessionals. She said it in scene. So I don't think that this is something that she'd be lying about either, because this is another one of the things that, you know, fans are like, oh, Big Lex is lying. She just beat her ass because Summer kept exposing them and they have a sexual relationship and like, the two probably are not mutually exclusive. I'll say it like that. But for sure, you have to admit that Summer getting her family to try to jump on Big Lex was crazy, because in Detroit, Summer had no issue with Big Lex. They were not going back and forth. Big Lex had not even said anything to Summer. She was going back and forth with Dolly. And that was the final straw for Big Lex. She literally said, that's it. I'm not going to keep tolerating disrespect from you, slick shit that you say, you lying and shit. Like, all of that I tolerated. But now you try to get other people to beat my ass. No, that's crazy. And Summer hears Big Lex saying all of this. She hears Big Lex saying, the reason why I beat your ass is because you tried to get your people to jump me in Detroit. And Summer literally says, I don't give a fuck. So, I mean, all right then. That's why you got your ass beat. Plain and simple. Rolly said, damn, she got her ass whipped. Like, I think this was probably the worst beatdown that we've seen in all of the Baddie seasons. I'm pretty sure nobody was leaking like this. And Summer is literally still back there talking about still pretty as fuck. Like, you know, she can't even speak because she got blood coming out of her mouth trying to say still pretty as fuck. are still pretty. The delusion is real, okay? The delusion is real. Nunu is the only one trying to comfort Summer, by the way. Like, she's literally the only one that went over and stood with Summer. Nobody else did. And that should tell you something. Like, nobody stood beside that girl because they've all witnessed what's been happening since the beginning of the filming of this season. They're trying to get Summer in the car. Summer doesn't even want to go in the car, y'all. She literally was like, no, I'm not. I'm gonna stay right here. She's still with it. I mean, I just have to commend her at that point because, like, you got a girl that will take a beating to the point where her face is swollen in 10 different places and still want to continue filming. You know, if it was any other girl, they would have walked off of that camera. If it was Tommy Lee, she would have been like, get the camera on my face. Like, you know, any other girl would have been gone. But Summer, the dedication, okay. Like, that's what I would give you kudos for. Rolly said in her confessionals that Summer's face was literally looking like Martin in the episode when he got in the ring and he started fighting. And I literally Googled it because I was like, like, you took it way back. And when I saw the photos, oh my gosh. I died. Oh my gosh. But like, no, but like, yeah, it was that bad. Big Lex breaks down and she starts crying. She's like, I was like, girl, I get it. A lot of girls cry when they're angry. Okay, I'm one of them. But that's one thing I fucking hate the most. Even about myself. I'm like, stop crying. You're a G. You know, don't show no weakness. You know, crying just always makes it look like you're a. But yeah, no, she literally breaks down and they're like, Big Lex, it's okay. And Big Lex like, no, I'm just crying because I'm angry. Let me clarify. She said she sees what everybody was talking about now and she was overlooking it all this time because she wanted to call Summer her friend. And, you know, now she sees pretty much what everybody has been saying about Summer all this time. That Summer is a loudmouth, problem-causing, immature child that goes too far. Did I miss anything? Yeah. And Biggie is literally like, but was y'all fucking? Like, is that the reason? Right? Big Lex said, no, shut up. Don't even start that narrative. Like, I understand why that can be annoying because, you know, once a narrative gets out there, it never dies. Like with the Tasiki situation. So Big Lex is trying to clear that it up right away. The Nunu and Summer scene is just proof. It just really goes to show you what type of character Summer is. Because Nunu is trying to stand over there and be with Summer. Summer's still talking shit. So Nunu is like, Summer, stop. I know you're right. You have a right to say whatever you want. You can say anything that you want. But since I'm here, like, at least just give me the common courtesy. I'm here. I'm standing with you. And Summer literally say, go over there. Literally just go over there. And that's how she's been treating her friends, Big Lex and Dolly, this whole season too. So yeah, but Nunu's like, no, I'm right here with you because I F with you. That's when Summer changes her whole MO. And she's like, that's right. She was starting to attack Nunu, but she stopped when Nunu said, I F with you. I'm right here with you because I F with you. Biggie is still being messy, still stirring the drama. She's still trying to figure out the details, okay? She said she was just trying to understand, like, why Lex had so much anger, there was so much aggression, and Big Lex literally told her it's not because of that, it's because of the jumping, that she tried to jump me in Detroit. But Biggie, she painted a narrative and she ran with it. Biggie literally said, I believe that they were both and Big Lex said that it was a one-time situation that happened in December of 2024, like literally over a year ago. Like, it's not like they're ongoing messing around with each other this whole time. But I'm pretty sure that was near the beginning of their friendship and they were probably just super drunk one night and, you know, it happened and Big Lex regretted it and it never happened again. Like, y'all, it's believable. The story is believable. Summer is standing with Nunu and DJ Sky High right now, and Nunu's telling her, like, look, whatever happened, it didn't need to get to this, which I agree with 100%. And Summer's response is, hoes are jealous because I don't want to be their friends anymore. Like, oh my god, not with this again. Like, girl, they are okay that you don't want to be their friends. How many times do I have to say this? Literally, that's fine. It was the fact that you still talk shit about them. You still are starting rumors about Big Lex now. You still were antagonizing both Big Lex and Dolly all this time. All of the girls in the house agreed that Summer was antagonizing. And on top of that, you tried to get your family to pull up on Dolly and Big Lex. But somehow you look past all that. Maybe they're upset because of all that that you did. Summer takes zero accountability. Summer takes zero accountability. Summer takes zero accountability. So the scene cuts and now we see Mariah, Tasiki, Janelle, and Sapphire. And they were talking about how like the whole thing started. They were talking about Big Lex and the Tommy situation. And basically they were saying that like Big Lex came and instead of her asking what was up, what was happening, she just kind of came in swinging. And I think context is so important because literally just when they were in Detroit, Summer tried to have people jump her. So Big Lex in her mind is not trusting anybody, especially people that are with the ops. Tommy and Summer are friends. She just tried to have somebody jump her in Detroit. Now she gets to Atlanta and what does she see? She sees Tommy and a whole bunch of random people. What is she gonna think? Especially when she already seen Tommy bring people towards the beginning of this season to try to jump Killa in them. If you take everything that happened, I understand. I'm not saying she was right because at the end of the day, yeah, she shouldn't have just attacked. And Mariah is saying like to throw glass was crazy. Like Tommy Lee literally smashing her glass on Big Lex's face. I agree that was crazy, but also remember that Big Lex swung on Tommy Lee's daughter, allegedly. Okay, it's pretty much like confirmed but alleged. Okay, so with that context, I understand why Tommy Lee did that. Come on now, it's her daughter. Let's be so for real. Every mama is gonna stick up for their daughter regardless. So they're like, do y'all think this is over? Nope. No, I can tell you right now, it's not over. Literally, I seen like Big Lex on social media talking about it's not over and she wants to see Tommy Lee. So I'm like, girl, I don't know if Tommy Lee is the one that you want to keep going with because that bitch is crazy. Let's just be for real. Like she already people on the show. She had a taser one season. She had a knife, didn't she, one time? Like, and then now glass. She be fighting with like 10-inch rings on her fingers. Like Tommy Lee is not gonna be no clean fight. She's gonna do something, you know what I mean? It's not going to be an honorable fight with Tommy Lee, so just be prepared. So Rolly comes and she's like, all right y'all, the conversation is over, let's go to the house for everybody's safety, because at this point we don't know who is gonna pull up. Tommy must have left with her people. She might come back with more people. Like it's not safe. That's crazy that it even has to get to this point, to be honest. I agree 100% that they should not be allowed to bring outsiders in. And I don't know why they allow that for Tommy. So Rolly also goes up to Summer, Nunu, DJ Sky High. She tells them, let's all go in the house, girls. Let's go in the house. I'm surprised Summer is still there. I'm like, why don't y'all take her away? Literally, I know she doesn't want to leave. But anyway, Summer's in the confessionals, literally talking about that was some straight hating shit. She said Big Lex tried to me up. I was like, she didn't try, she did. Okay. But the fact that Summer keeps saying that Big Lex is a hater because of how bad she whooped her ass is sending me. I'm sorry. It's just like, she's like, you didn't have to be so aggressive. What's with all that aggression shit, bitch? Damn. In translation, you didn't have to whoop my ass like that. Oh my gosh. So this scene I can't watch this scene without laughing. This scene, Summer is literally looking at herself in the mirror. She's patting her face with a towel. She's literally like, still pretty. Still pretty. Like, oh my gosh. Summer is a character. I'll tell you that much. I feel like Summer needs to come out with a song, Still Pretty, at this point. That's her catchphrase now. Still pretty. She's in the confessionals talking about how she's still pretty. And she literally like, you will never shut me up, bitch, but I can shut you up. She's right about that. She is right about that. I'm not gonna lie. Nobody can outdo Summer. She will win that game forever. Oh my gosh. Summer's literally saying like, oh my god, like I really expected to look bad, but I kind of look like I'm that bitch. Like, girl, I think the reason why you think that is because your eye is shut and you can't see yourself properly. Because what the fuck? Your face is literally swollen. They're trying to give this girl Aquaphor. I'm like, I think she needs more help than Aquaphor. Let's get her some ice packs, you know, let's get that swelling down. And most importantly, let's cut her off from whatever drink she's been drinking. So finally they take Summer and she exits stage left. I'm like, thank God, because if she would have sat through this house meeting, it would have still been about her. Now let's get introduced to some different storylines. So Rolly sits on the couch, everybody is surrounding her and she's having the house meeting. She starts off by saying she doesn't know where Natalie Natalie is. She has no idea what's been going on, but like she's just gonna, lead this house meeting. And every time she says that, I feel like it's kind of like throwing shade. But I remember like at the beginning, they literally said, like Lemmy literally said that Rolly and Tommy Lee were gonna be the leaders this season. So I don't understand why Rolly always has to bring up the fact that Natalie's not here. Like I thought that was already understood. She's taking a step back. She had a loss that was very close to her. She's not going to be that active on this season. Why is Rolly always talking about, I don't know where Natalie is, but I guess I'll do this. Like, yes, you're the leader. But anyways, Scotty and Mariah are like, I seen her today. I spoke to her today. Interesting. The people that spoke to Natalie were the ones that had to do with the drama. So Scotty speaks up and she was like, yes, so I asked Natalie earlier why she keeps bringing me and my dog up in rants that have nothing to do with us, and she told me it was because Mariah Lynn called her while Scotty and them were in Italy. She's talking about how Mariah and Anna had a relationship with Lemmy and all that. Instead of saying, no, I never had a relationship with Lemmy, that's a lie. The first thing that comes out of her mouth is, I'm here to be professional. That's what frustrates me. Like, we are all here to do a job. Like, I was like, are you gonna address the most important thing that came out of that girl's mouth? Like, if somebody gave me an answer like that, that would just confirm to me that it's true. But she does say it later on that it's false, but I just found it interesting she didn't say that first. Hello. So Mariah Lynn is like, I don't know if you guys saw a post that was made by Natalie Nunn that said that I had a video proof of basically Lemmy abusing Capri. That's what this is about, allegedly. And Mariah Lynn clears the air and she's like, I don't have a video. I don't know what Natalie's talking about. I never saw anything. I don't know nothing. And I don't want to lose my job. Okay, just saying. And she goes on to say how she doesn't appreciate how her name is getting brought up and brought into things. To be fair, I will give them that. Like, they're right. Like, Natalie does do that often. She brings in random people into that has nothing to do with them whenever she's angry or upset or triggered. So yes, on that part. But Scotty's like, hold on. I didn't bring you up, Mariah. And Jayla was there and Janelle was there, and they can vouch. I was the one that brought your name up first. It was Natalie. And then they played the scene where they actually had the conversation, which I found so funny and so messy because they're so selective about what receipts they want to show and which ones they don't show. But yeah, they played their receipts, and technically Scotty does ask about the post. The post is about Mariah. However, the first person to drop Mariah's name is actually Natalie. So literally they ask the question, who brought up Mariah Lynn's name first? Jayla goes to give her answer. Jayla said the whole story from start to finish. She knows this girl. She can't just simplify something. She went in detail. She clarified. She said it in proper sentences. And then she said at the very, very end, Scotty asked, why do you keep bringing up me and Capri? And Natalie said, because Mariah called me da-da-da-da. Let me help you out, Jayla. All you had to do was say, Natalie brought up your name first, Mariah. But the way that Jayla said it, I feel like nobody understood anything. Nunu's literally looking like this. She looking like this trying to follow when Jayla's speaking. And Mariah's literally, her response was, I just want to know who brought my name up first. Okay? Because what the was that? Just say it. But anyways, Janelle starts speaking, and Janelle literally said, to my recollection, I thought that, and then everybody starts attacking her. They're like, ain't no thought. Oh my God. They're like, oh, the bullshit is about to come out of your mouth. Like, you're just trying to suck Natalie's ass. Like, I'm just like, why they do Janelle like that? Like, yes, obviously her and Natalie are friends, so I wouldn't expect Janelle to throw Natalie under the bus right then and there. But yeah, I agree with Scotty that she didn't bring Mariah Lynn's name up first, technically, if we want to bring technical. I just also don't like the way that Scotty's talking to Janelle right now. Like, to be honest, it's kind of weird to me that Scotty is trying to do her big one while pregnant. Like, I feel like when you're pregnant, this is the one time where everybody will understand that you don't have to do your big one. You know what I mean? It's weird. And also, you don't get cool points for checking somebody who's a nice girl. Like, Janelle is a nice girl. It doesn't make you look any better try to check her and come for her. I don't know. It's just weird to me. But Biggie was in the confessionals doing entirely too much. She's talking about, that's why I hate that. Talking about, from what I recall, I knew I didn't like her. I'm like, damn, y'all act like Janelle did something crazy. Like, what the it wasn't that big of a deal. So Mariah Lynn stands up. She's mad. She's upset. She's like, I was on FaceTime with Natalie Nunn earlier, okay? And I asked her who brought my name up. And Natalie said straight up, Scotty's the one that brought your name up first. And Biggie said, and they even threw my name in that like, apparently Biggie's name was thrown in there too. I can't remember what was said about Biggie. I wish they would have showed it. But yeah, Janelle is still trying to clarify, but this was in reference to the situation with the dog. And Mariah Lynn's like, no. She was trying to imply that I had a relationship with Lemmy, which is completely false. Like, she finally addresses it and says that that's false. Mariah Lynn says she never called Natalie while they were in Italy talking about a relationship with Lemmy. That never happened. And she doesn't appreciate that because she's been actively trying to stay out of the mess this season, and somehow her name is just getting dragged into the mess. I will give her that. She has been trying to stay out of the mess, especially when it comes to Nunu. She don't want nothing to do with that. And I have seen her like fall back. Now Mariah is getting mad at Natalie. She's like, at the end of the day, it's already been 2 occasions where Natalie told DJ Sky to stop my music, and DJ Sky was like, that happened one time, girl. Like, what the are you talking about? Mariah said, all right, we got you, DJ fuck up. Like, just straight up disrespected her. But at the end of the day, Mariah is feeling like, what's going on? Because Natalie told DJ Sky to stop my music. Now Natalie's dragging my name into this drama that I have nothing to do with, and making up lies about videos that I have, making up rumors about being in relationships with Lemmy and all that. And she doesn't appreciate that at all. So they're still trying to clarify. Hold on, there's 2 different things happening. There's a post and then there's the relationship accusation. So like, who brought up her name first? Like, as if it matters. It doesn't matter, y'all, at the end of the day. She literally talking over Scotty now. She's like, it doesn't matter. Scotty, even if you brought up the post with my name, Natalie still brought me up in a different way, talking about the relationship stuff. And I don't want nobody bringing up my name no more. And I'm just like, oh my God, we get it. Jeez. Like, yeah, I'm with you, Mariah. You don't want your name to be dropped anymore. But damn, you said it like 10 times. Janelle is literally in the confessionals. She literally still calling Scotty her friend after all this. She's like, at the end of the day, I have 2 friends that are not getting along, and I'm just trying to keep things peaceful. And you have just yelling over here and over here. I don't give a fuck about what nobody else is saying, because truth be told, really, they don't want people to get along, because if they really got along, it would sacrifice their spot. Clock that. And I was like, oh, there's some tea. I believe it 100%. Rolly is trying to pretty much like, change it to the next topic. And in walks Suki. Thank you, girl, for your entrance, because we were able to move along from this long, drawn out topic. Okay. Literally, she came in at the right time. So Rolly's like, so how do you guys feel with all of your music performances in DJ Sky? And I was like, oh, why did you ask it like that? I mean, just setting it up for her to get chewed out. And Mariah's like, y'all already know how I feel, but I'm gonna forgive her. But from now on, her name is DJ up. Like, just doing the most, right? And DJ Sky's like, you gotta understand, this shit is live. Like, there's gonna be some mistakes when it's live. Like, y'all keep changing at the last minute, pulling girls out, bringing girls on. You want songs rearranged. Like, you gotta understand, when there's constant changes up until the last second, that things may not flow perfectly. And honestly, I feel like the girls are being way too hard on DJ Sky because they don't know what it's like to be a DJ. You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't know how much pressure it is. Rolly literally says, well, there's still been a lot of ups regardless, okay? Regardless if you can't deal with our hot mess. So we're gonna bring in another DJ. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is so fucked up. I don't care. If you were gonna bring in another DJ, you should have brought it in on a positive note, not with the premise that we have to bring in this DJ because you're a up. That's crazy to me, especially because y'all remember, this is DJ Sky's real job. So like, you're affecting her real job by constantly painting her out to be such a up and not a good DJ. So in walks the new DJ Ari, and literally she walks in there and she starts hugging DJ Sky. Literally, they're like, oh, this is my girl, DJ Ari. Hey girl, like, haha. They thought it was about to be some drama. They thought they were gonna have DJ Sky fighting. It didn't work. But yeah, DJ Ari is from Dallas, Texas, which I was like, oh, shout out Dallas. Hey. Actually, she lives in Houston, so never mind. Got me excited for a second. But yeah, she's gonna be the new DJ. I don't know if she's replacing DJ Sky or what. So the girls are all confused and the girls are like, wait, so what's happening? Like, are you here to take over? Like, what's happening? And DJ Ari literally comes in there like, oh no, like I'm the new main DJ, not just for one show. Like I'm taking over. Cause y'all know, like I'm professional. And DJ Sky's like, well, I'm professional too, you know, but I see DJ Ari, the way she's talking, I'm like, oh, she's gonna step on DJ Sky to get that spot. She's willing to get scrappy for that spot. My bad, it's Ari. I was saying Ari all this time. It is Ari. Biggie is on the sideline. She's stirring the pot. She's stirring the pot, okay? Biggie is like, hold on. DJ Sky, that little hug that you did, that was so fake. This girl is coming in to replace you. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Fight for your spot. Sapphire's like, well, she didn't know that at first, Biggie. And even Rolly doubles down and she's like, well, she knows now. Still, DJ Sky doesn't have a reaction. They're trying to provoke this girl to have a reaction so bad and she's not giving it to them. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of live for it. Like, yes, she should have been mad. But the fact that this was so clearly set up to make her mad and fight, I'm kind of glad that she's like, I ain't about to give y'all what y'all want. No, they're like, everybody's speaking except for DJ Sky. Like, let's hear how she actually feels, okay? Biggie, we know you're mad. Let's hear how she feels because this is about her. And DJ Sky said, I don't know, this was just like a surprise. And Biggie said, well, was it a pleasant surprise? No, it's funny, I'm not gonna lie. Like, bitch, have a reaction. Damn it. Like, Biggie's just... That was funny. Anyways, Cold Killer speaks up and she's like, I feel like you would get more respect from everybody, honestly, if you stood up for yourself. Like, stop letting people punk you. You came on this season, immediately got smacked back to back. You let Krishan smack you. You let Anna smack you. Which, by the way, where has Anna been? She's been MIA for a while. You let Mariah Lynn press you. You let Tommy Lee press you. Like, you're not defending yourself. And I agree with this to a certain extent. I feel like she does need to defend herself, but I don't think she needs to take it too far because at the end of the day, this is her job in real life, so she still needs to keep things professional. But DJ Sky said in her confessionals, there's enough girls on this tour that there's enough sets for 2 DJs, so she's totally okay with it. And like I said, I'm not mad at this reaction because they wanted her so badly to fight and she didn't give it to them. They're like, we want to battle the DJs. Yeah, let's see, y'all gotta go head to head. But yeah, when they kept telling her like, you're not fighting enough, I love that DJ Sky said, because y'all forget I'm a DJ outside of this shit. Like, what the I have already made it. This is like a bonus for me. We've seen DJ Sky collab with A-list celebrities, so put that into perspective. And Biggie's like, but you're the one who wanted that Baddies chain, didn't you? You fought for that Baddies chain, girl. I'm like, okay, I guess you have a point too, Biggie. She did desperately want that damn Baddies chain. So anyways, after all that, they go, welcome to Baddies, DJ Ari. Woo! Like, damn. She had to walk into the lion's den, get chewed up and spit out before she got the welcome. Like, y'all did that in the reverse order. So now Rolly announces that there is a local in Atlanta. And as soon as she said that, you see Fana get to cheesing, like, because we all know who it is. Welcome to the house, Rican. And I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty excited to see Rican. I thought her confessionals were hilarious on Baddies Africa. I love me a baddie that has natural humor and can like make you laugh and have a good time. No, she wasn't the best fighter, but she was never scary. And I felt like she should have been here over some other people that were casted. So yeah, I'm happy to see her. So Rican comes in like, hey y'all, what the f going on? She looks good, I will say. I love her hair, makeup. So she comes in and she gives Fana a hug, and immediately Tinka is ready. Nunu's walking over there like, what's up? She getting ready. Fana like, hold on. Like, let me hug her before y'all fight. Tinka's literally feeling like she got set up. She's like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. Y'all brought this for me. Okay. So Tinkerbella's like, hi. And they tell Rican like her leg is messed up. Okay. So like just talk. No fighting. Just talk. We all know that's not gonna work. So Rican's like, they're saying that I spoke on your child. Where did you hear that from? Is it just me or does her accent sound like gone? She sounds more normal when she's talking now. Tinkerbella's like, yes, you did. You spoke on my child on live. Rican is like, no, what I said was you came back to Baddies worrying about fighting me after you just had a baby. You should be at home taking care of your baby. Now, I will say, Rican, she looks really good in this scene. I just keep noticing it. I'm like, she looks really pretty. She definitely stepped up her look since Baddies Africa. But yeah, like, I hate this whole, like, I didn't bring up your kid. I brought up you not taking care of your kid. I just in general think just leave kids out of it because it's always going to be a sensitive topic. You see what the fuck happened with Scotty and Capri. Damn it. No, I'm just kidding. But you see, whenever kids are brought up in general, it's just never a good situation. And Rican, it's not like she doesn't know how to read people. She could read you to filth. So I feel like she could have talked shit about Tinkerbella without even mentioning kids at all. Tinkerbella said, you said I was supposed to what? And Rican started talking and she goes, ooh, she lunges over there. She starts attacking Rican. And I get it. Because like I said, moms are crazy, okay? We saw Tommy Lee smash a girl in the head. Moms are fucking crazy. Even if you say you didn't talk about their child, they hear their child being brought up. That's it. It's defense. They go into bear mode. Like they go into what? Mommy bear mode, right? So yeah, Tinkerbella's like, woo! She starts swinging, boom, boom, boom. She knocks Rican onto the couch. She falls back. She's still swinging on her. But security comes and they break it up. Obviously, Tinkerbella took that because she literally caught her off guard. And of course, what happened? Tinkerbella's like, don't ever speak on my child. Don't never say baby, bitch. Like I told you, don't bring up child, period. But yeah, also I'm like, that is so unfortunate because Rican was looking so cute with that wig. Oh my gosh, it came off so fast. So anyways, Tinkerbella's still yelling, don't mention my child, don't mention my child. You know, Rican's like, girl, shut up. Tinkerbella comes up to her like, round 2, here we go. They square up. You literally see Rican. She starts swinging and then Tinkerbella falls. She falls back on her ass. And I'm not going to lie. I like Rican, but I was like, did her punch knock Tinkerbella or did Tinkerbella just fall on her own? They did say that her leg was messed up, so I'm pretty sure that was a factor because I didn't see Rican's swings knocking her back like that. Okay, yeah, I watched it again. Tinkerbella's like, I slipped. Come on now, stop. Which I believe she slipped because Rican was not swinging that hard to knock her down like that. So here we go, round 3. They're squared up. Rican did a little bit better, but obviously, you know, she's not the best fighter. Rican puts her head down. She puts her head down. She fights like this. And she always fights like that. And obviously, it's because she don't want to get hit in the face. But it kind of doesn't work to her favor. But yeah, I don't really feel like anything happened during that fight, to be honest. Neither side did anything. Tinkerbella's in the confessionals talking about, I hate that so hard I had her thinking about going into rehab. I was like, damn. That was funny, but like, no, we did not see that. I did not see Tinkerbella just mop Rican. I didn't see that happen. So Rican's talking to Tinkerbella. She's like, man, what you mean? They told me not to touch you. And she sees Nunu and she's like, you too. She tries to run up on Nunu and catch Nunu off guard. But like I said, Rican always fights with her head down like this. So low-key, Nunu was getting her. Nunu said, boom, 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 boom. Like, you just giving me your head for me to hit. Like, literally, you just bowing down. Keep your head up, girl. And literally, you could hear her friends in the background telling her, keep your head up, keep your head up. But yeah, I feel like Nunu took that one. I really do. This was a long-awaited battle between Nunu and Rican. Like, literally, they've been going back and forth on social media since before the time. All because fans said that they look like each other, which is so stupid. We know how these girls are. Like, instead of being like, oh my God, twinsies, they're like, there's only one of us. You don't compare to me. Daisy, I I called her Daisy. That was by accident. Rolly is in the confessionals because she was talking about how Rican and Nunu are fighting because they look alike, and she made me laugh because she was like, just like me and that toothless bee Daisy. They say we look alike, and then I subconsciously called Rolly Daisy. But see, like, I find that so funny. Like, why does it always gotta be beef because y'all look alike? It's like too much ego involved. So now Tinkerbella and Rican are going back and forth. Rican, she's kind of pulling a little bit of a Summer right here. Like, Tinkerbella keeps telling her, shut up, you're not gonna mention my baby. And so what does she do? She mentions it again. She's like, you worried about me? Let your heal. Like, go take care of your baby, you know? Just doubles down on it. Tinkerbella's, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. You know, she's just so animated. And Rican takes a water bottle and she sprays her with the water bottle. And then here goes Tinkerbella. Oh, now you caught me. And I'm like, this is why I just can't F with Tinkerbella. Like, she's too much. I can't with all the performances. So Tinkerbella takes her water bottle and she sprays Rican. She gets it all over Rican. Rican is wet. Rican's out of breath. Like, you know, this is definitely reminding me of Baddie's Africa. That first night when she couldn't breathe. You know, the girl is a smoker. She out of breath. Like, you know, she's kind of struggling. I feel like that's why she's not like really reading Tinka like how she could, because she's kind of out of breath. She can barely talk. Tinkerbella had her wig the whole time. She was stomping on it. She grabbed it. She's swinging it on the floor. And that triggered Rican. Like I said, that was a really nice wig. But yeah, Rican saw that. She's like, give me my wig. Boom! She starts swinging on Tinkerbella. But nothing really happens. Security breaks that up pretty fast. Rican is like, give me my wig! Give me my wig! Like, she just really wants her wig back. And I get it. Because like I said, that was a really nice wig. But anyways, Biggie steps in and she's like, whoa, wait. Scotty's pregnant. It's like, I don't know if they told you, Rican. Scotty's pregnant. We can't be doing that. She was like, no, I didn't know. Oops. My bad. Like, girl, honestly, it shouldn't even be up to a Biggie or the rest of the girls to have to be cautious around Scotty. Scotty, put yourself in the back of the room if you insist on being there. Why does she always gotta be front and center? You know this environment. You've done it how many seasons now? You know what's gonna go down. And you're tall enough to just stand in the back of the room. You can still see, girl. You don't gotta be front. She always does this. Like, even before she was pregnant, she will always be like all up in the camera's way, blocking the camera, trying to see the fight. Anyways, Biggie, I'm not gonna lie, make Biggie the other leader. Instead of Tommy, make it Rolly and Biggie. Because here, Biggie has damn near instigated every single fight this episode. She literally calls out Nunu. She's like, why you ain't got nothing to say to her? Like, after everything y'all been through, literally, Killa, Fauna, Tay Baby, all three of them fought you over Rican. Like, why you ain't got nothing to say to Rican now, girl? I don't know. Some of y'all might think Biggie's doing too much and being messy, but it's kind of funny to me because she's saying low-key like what a lot of people are thinking in their heads but won't say it. So of course they instigated the fight, and then what happens? Rican and Nunu break out into another fight, and it pretty much went the same as the first one. Like, literally, Nunu is like boom, boom, boom. She's hitting her up the top of her head, and I would say Nunu took that too. You know, once again. So Rolly pretty much ends the fight. She's like, all right, that's enough. That's it, y'all. We had enough fighting for the day. Rolly's walking out. Rican's next to her. Rican's still talking about her wig. She's like, why this bum ass trying to steal my wig? Like, she was really mad about that wig. She just keeps saying, like, they told me not to touch you. They told me not to fight you. I came just to get dialogue and you gonna sneak me? And I was like, oh, that's why she was looking so cute. She thought it was gonna only be dialogue. So all of the girls come outside, see Rican trying to get into one of the cars. She literally is still going back and forth with Nunu, and everybody's outside standing in a circle watching them. And I could already just tell by the way these girls are posted all up around, we about to have another fight go down. Literally, they're going back and forth. They're reading each other. I'm looking at them like, y'all look like you could be sisters. They talk the same. They both light skinned. They both are on the same height and weight. Like, it's just crazy. But no, like, they break into a fight. And once again, Rican puts her head down. And once again, Nunu gets on her. It is what it is. Rican, her hands are not lethal. Her mouth is what's lethal. We all knew that about her, okay? If you look at Nunu after every fight she's in, like, she always looks flawless. Wig still on. Her face is never sky scratched up. You gotta give it to the girl, you know? So anyways, they put Rican in a car and they're taking her away. And I'm like, where's she going? Why does she not just join the house? I don't get it. So Rican's friends Fauna and Cold Killer go over there. They're checking on her. Pretty 3 is back. I just noticed, like, got the Pretty 3 gang. And they're pretty much telling her, like, girl, you might as well go ahead and get up on the bus with us. And I agree. I'm like, yeah, you might as well solidify yourself as a part of the cast, because damn it, you do 6 rounds, you deserve it. But anyways, Rican ends up getting in the car and drives away. So the scene cuts and now we have Scotty, Janelle, and Jayla, and they're still talking about this post Mariah situation. Crazy. But yeah, Scotty is just like, she just wants Janelle to know that she's gonna look stupid when she plays this back because Scotty did not bring up Mariah first. Like, we already been through this. And literally when Scotty's saying, like, I didn't bring up Mariah first, Mariah walks up. She said, Mariah what? Walked in just in time. Janelle tries to explain herself, but Mariah is like, this is pointless for me. I have to have a conversation with Natalie. And I agree completely. Her beef is with Natalie. There is no point in keep sitting here and rehashing the same shit over and over. And I get it, Scotty, she just wants to be clear and make it known that she didn't bring Mariah Lynn's name up. But regardless, Mariah Lynn already said it doesn't even matter if you did bring it up, because she's mad that Natalie brought it up in that relationship messy way. Janelle is still pretty much set on that, like, yeah, that's what I heard. Like, I felt like you did bring it up first because you were talking about the pills. Like, she still feels that way. But at the end, she literally agrees. When it comes out and she sees that she's wrong, she is willing to admit that she's wrong. And I'm like, okay, great. Next. So the scene cuts. You have Nunu, Gretch, Fauna, Tavy Baby. They're on the tour bus. And Nunu had me cracking up because she was like, I'm on the bus. And, you know, we're pretty much doing the ride of shame where they're just seeing that their friend just got their ass whooped. Like, I'm just sitting there like, hi, that was me. That was pretty funny. She's winning me over slowly but surely. Like, I feel like she just needs to show her personality more because she is kind of funny. So Fauna speaks up and she's like, I understand, like, you guys have beef because people said that y'all look alike, but run it back to me from the very beginning. Like, how did that whole thing actually start? And let's see if Nunu is truthful here. So Nunu is like, somebody wrote online, like, you and the girl look alike. And Nunu said, I said, yeah, she's a cute girl. And I just don't remember it happening that way. But Fauna did jump in right here and she was like, do you know her name? Like, oh my gosh, Fauna, calm down. Like, Nunu was like, I really wasn't trying to be shady. To me, her story doesn't make sense. I don't remember that it went down like that. I remember that somebody did write a comment that her and Rican look alike and Nunu said something smart first. That's how I remember it went down. Y'all let me know in the comments if I'm wrong on that, because that's what I remember. But yeah, so Fauna and Nunu actually have an adult conversation. Nunu's like, look, I am more than willing to bring things to an end. Like, we do not need to keep this going and going and going. We can both be adults in the situation. And Fauna is pretty much meeting her on that level. So now they talk about DJ Sky. Tell me why this conversation goes from Tavy Baby and Fauna talking about DJ Sky to Tavy Baby and Fauna arguing with each other. Why are y'all even friends at this point? Literally, they just keep poking at each other back and forth until they start arguing. Fauna feels bad for DJ Sky, but Tavy Baby feels like no, because DJ Sky wants to be a DJ and a baddie. Fauna was like, she got a baddie's chain. Tavy Baby's like, she got a chain because she was there and she kept talking about she wants a chain, and Fauna was like, no, she got a chain because she deserved it. Tavy Baby's like, that don't have nothing to do with it. You guys just aren't listening to each other. You're so quick to jump down each other's throats. Fauna literally was like, didn't you? She just said that DJ Sky High got the chain because she was there. Tavy Baby doubles down. She's like, yeah, she got that chain because she was crying about it, crocodile tears, and she was there. We're not gonna sit and act like she got a chain because she was actually standing on business or anything like that, which I'm like, can there be a third option where, like, she gets a chain because she is the DJ of the show called Baddies? Can she have a chain because of that? And because Natalie said during that meeting she wants everybody to be connected and she doesn't want anybody to feel left out. So if there's a DJ and she's with us the whole time, she's a part of us the whole time, and like, we can't perform our shows which make us money without her DJing, then like, why not? Let's give her a baddie's chain too. Like, is that not an option? Is it only standing on business, or she's a crybaby and she got it? I don't know. I'm just saying. So Tavy's like, at the end of the day, why was her position taken away from her? Fauna is defending her like she has the hardest job. And honestly, all of this revolves around Natalie. And Natalie hasn't been here. And then boom, we get the previews for the next episode.